So I know that I talked about in my last video about lukewarm Christianity, and I mentioned how I was going to be really just posting more fishing content, but I feel like I have something else I want to talk about. So we'll see how many of these videos I do. But yeah, if you like them, just let me know, and I'll keep trying to make them. But today I want to talk about forgiveness for a minute. And I feel like today's generation really struggles with forgiveness, and I know that's something that I've struggled with. I know friends that have struggled with it. But I think one of the things that we need to realize is forgiveness in our faith is that we need to realize the sheer amount of times that Jesus forgives each and every one of us. That's how I think about it, because when I don't want to forgive someone, I think about how many times I've sinned. How many times I've done Jesus wrong. How many times I've gone against what His Word, what the Bible says. And then every time God forgives me. Say there's someone at your school or whatever, or your workplace does you wrong. Maybe first time, forgive them. You laugh it off, or you just call it off. They made a mistake. It's okay. Say they do it again. And, if you're someone who will call yourself a nice person, you might be like, it's all right. All right, I still forgive you. But you start to remember that. And when it gets to the third or fourth time they're doing something wrong to you, you're ready to not forgive them anymore. You might even drop them as a friend. You might do all these different things. And I'm not even saying that that's necessarily wrong, but you have to picture in that situation, or just remember the situation, if that's been true for you before, is like the anger you felt or what you felt. And just imagine that times 1,000 or more than that. Because we sin a ton every day. I can't imagine Jesus, the all-knowing God, having to forgive us for each and everything, every single thing that we do every day. It's monumental, the amount of times that has to happen. So we gotta forgive. If Jesus can do that to me thousands of times, why can't I do it to this person that He made 3 or 4 times? No matter what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what that person did to me, because Jesus would do the same thing to anybody. The guy next to Jesus on the cross was a murderer, and God said, "You will be with me in paradise. I forgive you." That amount, Jesus' amount of forgiveness is something that we can't even comprehend. And the sooner we get to understand that, is the sooner that we're going to be more like Jesus in forgiving others. There's been times in my life where I've had leaders that I felt like wronged me. I've had parents, I've had friends, and everybody's had all this stuff. But at the end of the day, you got to forgive them. And there was even a time in my life where, I was mad at God, and that was kind of unforgiving in my heart of Jesus. Obviously, I don't know what's going with that actually, but yeah, you struggle with, if you struggle with forgiveness, then I think you just need to get a picture of that in your head, that Jesus, His love for us is so vast and so undeniably strong that He can forgive us as many times as possible. And it's because of His love. And that same love is what we're supposed to emulate with everybody else. You know, we're supposed to love everybody. And that's kind of like the gist of the whole Christian faith, is that we have to show the same love Jesus did to everybody. And when we show that same love, we have to show that same forgiveness, because that's where forgiveness comes from, is in love, a form of love. So, you know, it's got to happen, because at the end of the day, especially when you're forgiving someone for something that was very wrong, most of the times it's just affecting you. It's not even affecting them anymore. So it's either you let it fester in your heart to where it grows larger, to where it shows in your actions, or you forgive like Jesus did. And that's about all I got. It's getting dark. But yeah, thank you guys.